Hi, welcome to my another session. In this video, we are going to discuss about the cloud computing and the future of cloud computing. In general, the cloud computing has enormous amount of storage space as well as it has a number of servers in which it is getting accessed by the demand that is made from the different companies. Now we will discuss what is cloud computing. When we are talking about the cloud computing, we may say the data is moved to the cloud, or the data is running in the cloud, or the data that is accessed from the cloud, or the data that is stored from the cloud. The cloud computing, it uses online services in any devices through internet. The cloud computing deals with the computation and analytics, that is the data storage and the networking resource can be accessed without any time delay. I can explain here with an example for the cloud computing. Everyone nowadays is accessing with the Gmail. In that Gmail, everyone can be used to store images, documents, or any larger files that will be stored in that Gmail account. Have you ever thought where that information will be stored? The answer is all the information in our Gmail account will be stored in the cloud computing. That is, it has a large number of servers. Depending on the users, the servers may be increased, or depending on the demand, the servers may be decreased. Those things depends on the cloud computing. The cloud computing has a data centers. In the data centers, it has a data warehouse and also a large number of servers and a power supply. A normal power supply cannot be getting accessed in the data center. Hence, it needs an energy station, that may be a windmill station or a solar power plant. Depending on the place, the windmill or the solar power plant has been used. Inside the data center, it has or it must use the air conditioning and several racks. That is, in that several racks, several resources has been stored, and it has a CPU and the storage, that is RAM. The cloud computing can be defined as on-demand delivery. That is, you must be charged how much you are going to use that cloud computing, that is the storage. Or we may define the cloud computing as pay as much you use. In the olden days, you'll be having an application. That application runs on only one computer, that is standalone computer. That is, it needs only one software to run one computer. In order to run another computers, it needs another software. That same software cannot be installed again. In the year 1990, that is, the internet came to existence. At that time, we are using a server. By the use of this server, one application can be installed and multi-users can be accessed. By the use of this server, the number of users can be accessed will be 500. If suppose there is an increase in the number of users, that is 1000 users, then there the problem will be created. Hence, additional servers will be needed. Also, the maintenance cost will also be increased. Along with that, the OS, that is the operating system, has to be upgraded. Along with that, it needs that patch to be increased, and also it needs a high speed internet, also the air conditioning in order to cool that server. This is the problem in the servers. If the number of users is increased in large numbers. To overcome this problem, we are going with the cloud computing. In the year 2006, the Amazon Web Services has been launched with EC2, that is Elastic Compute Cloud, and then it uses web service that provides reliable compute capacity in the cloud. In the year October 2019, the Google announced the quantum supremacy, but the Amazon Web Service AWS has launched quantum computing as a service for research purposes. This AWS has 33% of cloud computing usage, whereas the Microsoft Azure has 16% and the Google Drive has 8% of cloud computing usage. Nowadays, 90% of the companies are relies in the cloud computing. This will be published in the 2019 State of Cloud report. That report says that 60% of workloads will be realized on this cloud computing. Also, the IT companies' workloads will run in the cloud computing with 30% of IT budgets. This will be published by the Forbes in the year 2020. Now we will discuss about the cloud computing with a definition. It says demand on delivery, that is the computing power, data storage without the direct active management by the user. In the cloud computing, based on the service, it has been classified into many categories. Among the many categories, we are going to discuss only 3 of them. That is, first one will be infrastructure as a service, second one will be platform as a service, third one will be software as a service. These are the 3 services in which the cloud computing is getting operated frequently. Now we will see the infrastructure as a service. In this infrastructure as a service, it is getting accessed with the server, storage, network security, and as well as the software management. These things comes under the infrastructure as a service. The second, we are going to discuss about the platform as a service. This platform says that cloud computing will be going to work in which platform, that is web applications development and as well as the database. The third one will be the software as a service. In this category, we are going to discuss about the communication and as well as the important one, email, and as well as the games. So these things comes under software as a service. We may summarize the infrastructure as a service as a migrate, that is, it deals with infrastructure and the network architecture. The platform as a service deals with build, that is the application and as well as the developer, whereas the software as a service can be said to as the user, that is the end users. Till now we thought that Google is getting developed in a faster manner, but there is one more software company, that is ZOGO, in which it works more than what the Google is working. Along with the ZOGO, there are 2 more companies are there in which it mostly relies on this cloud computing. They are the Freshworks and the Animaker. The Animaker is the one in which it uses the online video making tools. At present, due to this COVID-19 issue, all the software developers and as well as the programmers will be in their homes. Hence, they are in need of the video making tools. All these will be based on this cloud computing. Now we will see some of the features of cloud computing. The first one will be the resource. That is, If there is an increase in users, that will be accessed freely by the use of cloud computing. The second feature of the cloud computing will be on-demand service. That is, new users can be accessed easily. The third features of cloud computing will be easy maintenance. That is, we can easily upgrade or easily patch this cloud computing servers. The fourth feature will be the large network access, that is AWS, Azure, and as well as Google Drive. The AWS, that is Amazon Web Service, has nearly 240 locations in this overall world. The next feature in this cloud computing will be the availability. That is 24/7 the cloud computing can be accessed anywhere and at any time. The next features of this cloud computing will be the automatic system. That is, the upgradation can be automatically done. The next feature will be economical. This cloud computing is used or it is charged whenever you are accessing this cloud computing. The next feature will be the important one in this cloud computing, that is security. So far there is no security issues will be found when you are using the cloud computing. The next feature will be the pay as you go. Whenever you are getting accessed, you have to pay. After your work has been finished, there is no need to pay. The last feature of this cloud computing will be the measured service. So far we discussed some of the features of cloud computing. Now we will see the comparison of different companies in which the cloud computing is accessed frequently. Among all other companies, the Amazon Web Service AWS has 39% of the usage in this cloud computing. That is, it uses super storage service S3. The next company will be the Azure, that is Microsoft Azure. It has 19% of cloud computing usage. The third company will be Google Cloud, in which it has 9% of usage in this cloud computing because it has a complex security issues. The fourth company will be Alibaba Cloud, that is, it has 5% of usage in the cloud computing, and also the Alibaba products or this Alibaba company will be the Chinese company. The next one will be the Salesforce, in which it has 4% of usage in the cloud computing. Then the IBM Cloud has 3% of usage in this cloud computing. The remaining all other companies such as Oracle, Rackspace, and the Mac iCloud, that is Apple, are using the cloud computing with a minimum percentage. So far we discussed some of the few services that will be used in this cloud computing. Among all other services, we discussed only few of them, that is infrastructure as a service, platform as a service. The third one what we discussed will be the software as a service. Among these three services, the infrastructure as a service and the platform as a service has nearly 1.5 lakh crores of usage. I hope I have given some of the basic few ideas of this cloud computing. If you are having any feedback or comments, please do comments in my comment section. Thank you.